Hello everyone and welcome back to the Go Chlo Pilates YouTube channel. Today I've got a great class for you. It's a 20-minute full body workout. You have been loving the 20-minute format, so I'm excited to give you another one. And I also wanted to talk to you about my most popular class I've ever had on my on-demand platform on Go Chlo Pilates, and that is a 20-minute glute workout. And what I have done, I've got a little gift for you. I've decided to make that class free for you. All you have to do is check the link, which I've popped down in the description. Follow the link, just pop your email in and you've got the class absolutely free, no questions asked. So I'd love for you to check it out, but if you're here to stay on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means a lot to me to have you as subscribers. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think. And yeah, I hope you like the class. I'll see you on the other side. We are going to begin on our back, so come on over, lay yourself down onto your back, all the way down, and start by just having the feet flat, hands by your side, and just rock the knees from left to right, just to get some movement into those hip joints, all the way over one way, all the way over the other way. Good, mobilizing into the hips, but also getting some movement into the low back. It almost feels like a massage for your glutes to start off. Let's go one more like that each way. And then kick both legs up towards the ceiling, straight up to straight. That's it. Hands behind the backs of the thighs. Extend the legs up and then bend the knees so the heels draw in towards your butt. So you're going to kick the legs up and bend them in. Breathe in to kick. Breathe out to bend. Keep the head relaxed down so head feels heavy. And feel the stretch travel into the backs of the legs as you kick and bend. That's it for 5 and 4. And 3 and 2. One more like that. Bend the knees into the chest. One hand on each of the shins and circle your knees out and away from one another. That's it. Again, mobilizing into the hip joints. So we're ready for what's to come. We'll go for 3 and 2 and 1, and then straight away just lift the legs into a tabletop position and just hold them there. Knees right above the hips. We want like a 90-degree angle at the knees, and then hold that position. You can even keep the hands on the legs just for a moment and think about pressing down, almost like you're pressing the knees and the thighs straight down, like they're going to sink down deeper into your hip sockets. Think about the rib cage funneling down towards the pelvis and a neutral spine, little bit of space between the low back and the mat. Can you engage a little more into your abdominals? Think about your belly button drawing in towards your spine. That's it. Hold that position. And then squeeze your knees together if they're not already, and take your hands out to the sides. So the hands are going to drop out to the sides. They can come all the way wide, maybe a little bit closer, just sort of somewhere in between, wherever they land is fine. And then keeping the knees squeezing together, you're going to allow the knees to drop over to your left. And as the knees drop, the right outer hip's going to lift, let it lift, and then draw the knees back to the center, drawing that right hip back down towards the mat. Let's take that to the other side. You're going to allow the knees to fall over to the right this time. Allow the left outer hip to lift, and then draw the knees back to the center right above those hips. Breathe in as they fall away. Breathe out to pick it up. Other side. Breathe in, legs fall away. Breathe out to pick it back up. Keep those knees squeezing together. Start this small, but as you start to feel a little bit more confident in this movement, maybe start to make it a little bit bigger. That's it, allowing the knees to fall a little bit deeper over each way. And then if you want to make this a bit more challenging, take the hands a little closer down towards the sides of your body. The wider they are, the easier it'll be to stabilize, because you can use the hands. But ideally, we want to not use the hands and use the oblique muscles. That's it. Keep it going. Inhale as they fall off to the side. Exhale. Pull the knees back up to the center. Keep it up, side to side. Can you anchor those shoulders down into the mat? Don't let those shoulders lift. That's it. Over and in. One more each direction. Last one like this. lift it up, and then pull the knees to the chest nice and close, and just rock from left to right, little rocks from side to side. Head relaxed down. That's it. Hold it there. One more breath. And then you're going to take those legs back into that tabletop position. But this time we're going to straighten the legs, maybe a little bit, maybe all the way. Depends how much flexibility you've got here. Now, the straighter the legs are here, the harder this is going to be. Take your arms back out to the sides. The legs are going to fall over to the left. Keep them squeezing together, and then lift back up to the center. Other way. Breathe in. Legs fall over to the right. Breathe out to lift back to the center. Keep those legs squeezing together. You can also do this with the knees bent. You can do it like a halfway between the two. That's fine. Wherever you are, let that outer hip lift, and then think about drawing belly button into the spine, controlling through your abdominals to pull the legs back to the center. Is your head and neck and shoulders, are they fully relaxed into the mat beneath you? Make sure they are. Keep it going. Over and lift. We are gonna be here for another 4 like this. And 3. And 2. Last one like that. Pull the knees to the chest, give yourself a squeeze, and rock a little left to right. All right, from here, you're gonna roll yourself all the way over onto your right side. So roll over, come on over. You're gonna lay yourself down on the back edge of your mat. If you're on a mat, head's gonna relax down onto your arm or on a pillow, and bend your knees up so that you're in like a tabletop position on your side. So the knees are right in front of the hips and the shins in line with the front edge of the mat. Now think about this top hip sort of lengthening away, so you feel this gentle lift of the lower rib cage away from the mat. And you're gonna lift this leg up into a tabletop position. So lift it up in line with the hip. From here, we're gonna spiral the leg towards the ceiling, and then we're gonna bring it back to hip height. So breathe out to spiral open. Breathe in back to hip height. That's it. And lower. Good. Exhale, spiral open. Inhale, lower. And as you lift that leg up towards the ceiling, make sure you keep the stack of the pelvis, the stack of the hips. So as you spiral open, the pelvis is staying stacked. We're not rolling the body back. If anything, you almost want to push the top hip slightly forward to keep the stack of the pelvis. That's it. Can you draw the belly button in towards the spine a little bit more? That's it. Good. Spiraling open and down for another 5 like this. And 4. Good for 3. And 2. All right, one more like that. Take it back down to that tabletop position. From here, you're gonna kick the leg out to straight. Reach it out to straight like you're standing on the far end of the mat or the far end of the roof, and then bend the knee back to the chest. So breathe out, kick the leg away. Breathe in to fold it in. Good. Think about all the movement here coming through the hip joint, through that hip socket. Obviously, we're bending the knee as well, but try not to move through the whole spine, the whole body, rounding and arching. Keep it really still. Think about a connection through your abdominals, belly button, drawing in towards the spine, just gently. That's it. Make sure your head is fully relaxed down. It's not doing the work here. We're going to be here for 4 and 3 and 2. All right, one more. You're going to bend it in about halfway, so not all the way to that tabletop position, just like a little bend, and then keep the thigh still, but just kick the lower half of the leg out away from you and then bend it back in. So keep the knee and the thigh still, they stay in the same place. Lower half of the leg swings forward and then bends back in. Make sure that knee is still lifted up at the same height as the hip. And bend it in. You got it. Extend and bend for another 3 and 2. Okay, one more. Kick the leg to straight. Keep it straight and sweep it back in line with the body. Breathe in, swing the leg forward. Breathe out to sweep it back. So keep that leg fully straight and keep the foot flexed here. That's it. As the leg swings forward, try not to roll the hip forward. If anything, gently pull the hip back. That top hip back might help with a hand on the hip, almost pressing down into the hip joint, into the glutes. Keeping that hips nice and steady for another 3 and 2. All right, one more. We're going to sort of combine these movements. You're going to bend the knee in about halfway, kick the leg forward, and then keeping the leg straight, sweep it back. It's like we're riding a bike. Bend, kick, sweep. We bend, we kick, we sweep. You got it. And then keep that movement going, but start to smooth out the edges so it actually is like you're cycling, like you're riding a bike, up and around. That's it, up and around. We are riding a bike, working into those glute muscles. Keep it going for 5 and 4 and 3. Last 2. Last 1. Keep the leg straight and just hold it. Just hold it still for 10. Lift it a little higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee in, drop it all the way down. From here, flip yourself over onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees right underneath your hips. Lift up through the chest. Look down at the creases of your elbows and spiral them in and forward. So the creases of your elbows are pointing forward in front of you. And then from here, take that left leg, the one we just worked, and kick it out away from you. This time you're going to point the toes. Now from here, we're going to do a tricep lower. You're going to bend the elbows behind you as you dip the body forward, working into those triceps. Lift yourself all the way up and then draw the knee to the nose, round the spine, pulling in towards the chest. Kick the leg away, heart open, and then do that again. We bend, we lift, we round, we extend. Breathe in to bend. Breathe out. Breathe in. Round it in. Pull the knee to the chest and extend. You got it. Now you can make this tricep lower small. That's totally fine. Or if you feel like you've got the range, you can take your forehead all the way down and like tap it on the mat. Give it a little kiss as you lower. Make sure you lift that leg up as you dip the body forward. I want you to think about taking the leg with you for a ride. It lifts as we come forward. It presses up. That's it. So still using some of that glute activation, but also using our oblique strength to stabilize the middle of the body, as well as obviously working into those triceps. And reach. You got it. We lower, we lift, we round, we reach. We are going to go for 3 more like this. And 2 more. And round. Last one like that. And then we're going to do a tricep lower halfway down. And you're just going to freeze. And then you're just going to pulse the leg up. Freezing those arms, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way down. Open the knees wide, toes together, and sit into a child's pose. Fold the body forward. Crawl the fingers out in front of you as you sit those hips back. Take a deep breath in and out. One more time, deep breath in and out. All right, walk those hands in. Come on up, flip the legs around, and we are going to come down onto the other side. So come on down, all the way down onto your side. Bend those knees up towards the chest, finding that tabletop position on your side. Good. Think about the top hip lengthening away slightly. Lift that top leg up. Find a little hover of the leg, hip, knee, ankle, all at the same height to start. And then we spiral open and we come back to hip height. Breathe out to spiral open. Breathe in back to hip height. And lower. That's it. Just getting those glute muscles to fire up, to activate. That's it. And lower. Make sure the head is relaxed down here. So head should feel heavy and relaxed. Top shoulder as well. If you feel like you're holding a bit of tension in that top shoulder, take the hand down instead. I find it just makes it easier to soften the muscles around the top of the shoulder. Otherwise, hand on the hip is really nice just to get a sense of what's happening at the pelvis and make sure that you're keeping the pelvis really stacked and steady. Good for 4 and 3 and 2, and 1. From here, we kick the leg out to straight. Hold it there for a moment. Make sure you think about lengthening, reaching, like the heel reaches just a little further away. You should feel that lower waist, that lower rib cage lift just gently away from the mat, and then keep that same position through the low waist. Bend it in and kick it away. Breathe in to bend. Breathe out to kick. Good. Can you find a bit of a connection here into your core muscles? I know it's not a core exercise, but finding this connection through your abdominals will help you build more stability in this exercise, build more strength and control around the pelvis and around the hip. That's it. Good. Keep that foot flexed. Think about this power as you reach the leg away. Good. Bend it in and reach. You got it. In and extend for another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Reach it away. All right, from here, hold it still. You're going to bend it in about half of that way, so not all the way to tabletop. You're going to keep the thigh, the knee where it is in space. Just kick the leg forward and then just bend the knee back in. So it sweeps as you kick forward and then bend it in. And in. Is the pelvis still stacked? Can you lift a little more through that lower waist, that lower rib cage? It's easy to forget. As soon as you do, you should actually feel more work into those glute muscles. And in. That's it for 4 and 3 and 2. Keep the leg straight on 1. Sweep the leg back, keeping it straight, and then sweep it forward in front of you. Breathe out to sweep it back. Breathe in to sweep forward. And forward. Inhale forward, exhale back. Try and keep that foot and the knee at the same height as your hip. It wants to drop down. Can you lift it up a little higher as you go? And then as you sweep forward and back, think about keeping the same shape through your low back. Gentle, tiny arch through the low back. Just keeping that natural curve through the low back. Head and neck relax down. Keep it up for 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Like that, we're going to combine those movements. We bend, we kick, we sweep. We bend about halfway, kick it forward, sweep, and then start to smooth out, round out those edges like we're cycling, we're riding a Pilates bike up and around. Good. So much stability and strength happening through the side of the leg, maybe even into the back of the leg. I'm feeling hamstring, glutes. I'm feeling everything working. Keep it going up and around. That's it. 4, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. All right, last one. You're going to hold it out there, lift a little higher and just freeze for 10, 9, 8. Lift a little higher for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend it in. Drop it down. All right, flip over back onto hands and knees tuck in underneath you. Come on up. And once you're there, hands right underneath those shoulders. Find that lift of the chest. Look down at your elbows and spiral the crease of your elbows in and forwards. They're pointing straight out in front of you. Good. From here, we extend out the right leg away. Lift that chest a little more, and then when you're ready, little bend of the elbows, maybe even bigger bend of the elbows, lift it up, and then we round the spine, knee to nose underneath the body, and we extend it out and we lengthen again. We lower. We lift, we round, we extend, pull the elbows close to the body, and round and extend. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, round it in, and exhale, reach. You got it. Just go at your own pace. You can slow it down a little more. That's totally fine. You can speed it up if that feels good for you. Whatever feels best for your body, go for it. That's it. Maybe challenge the range that you have on that tricep lower, maybe just a little bit further. Maybe take your forehead and tap all the way down onto the mat. Whatever feels best for you, for your body. Keep it going wherever you are. We're going to be here for another 4 like this. We're here for 3 more times through. You got this. Last 2. Can you feel the work in that leg? Last 1, all the way through. And then we are gonna lower down into that tricep lower about halfway, and you're gonna freeze. Don't move, just pulse the leg up and up for 10, 9, hug the elbows in close for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, open the knees wide, toes together. Find a child's pose and fold the body forward, forehead rest down onto the mat. Hold it there, hold it still. Slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Hold it, don't move. Deep breath in and out. 1 more time. Deep breath in and out. Let it go. Walk those hands all the way in. Thanks so much, everyone. Well done on getting through that. Remember, if you want to try my most popular class ever on Go Chlo Pilates, my 20-minute glute burner, then make sure you just click the link below to get the class for free. And I can't wait for you to try it. I'll see you soon. Bye.